So here's the problem I have with some Ron Paulites. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I went and I commented. It could be considered trolling in the Ron Paul channel. Since I called him Ron Paul nuts in his own channel and stuff, I guess maybe that was questionable. I might have been. There might be side topics to why I did this, but the thing that bothers me about Ron Paul followers is I have a problem with right-wing populists. Right-wing populists, and they could be difficult to tell the difference because a right-wing populist could use left-wing rhetoric and vice versa because there's something more than just whether they're coming from the conservative populism or not. But what bugs me, Ron Paul people, they're so naive, it seems to me, like they just discovered, the Fed's bad. Well, guess what? There's arguments about the central bank. There's no shortage of people criticizing the central bank. But I watch this channel, Morning Mayan, and she's kind of a new agey, enlightened kind of person. I like these type of people in general, and what I like is they use this energy metaphor, but it can go all over, right? Sometimes there's all kinds of, like you get to make your own world and stuff. But I like Morning Mayan, but she has a little bit of a tendency towards the falling for right-wing populism, like Alex Jones. Yeah, we need to have a revolution. Alex Jones is going to do it. He's got 1 million viewers. He should do it. He's got the no. Look, people. Some of you, right-wing populism might be for you, but you need to look into this, okay? Ron Paul is not advocating things that make stuff work well for everybody. It's not like everybody's going to get healthy. He says for a medical system, the old country doctors, they'd heal you if you came to them. Just put it on their backs. What? My idea is that we all pitch in and we pay the doctors so it's not on their backs. How's his idea really going to work out again? You got to watch out for right-wing populism. You have to watch out for all populism, frankly, because it's such a sweet-sounding thing that all the shysters and con men and snake oil salesmen in the political universe are onto it, right? So you got to keep your wits about you. But this right-wing populism, just right away, throw it away. If the populism, that's the thing. Okay, Ron Paul, I don't like a lot of his ideas and proposals. I don't like his sincerity. I don't like his follow-through. I don't like that he supports borders and he's a libertarian. I don't like it. But you know what? I will admit a bias in that I know he comes to populism from the right conservative wing. And I like that he's against war. I appreciated that as a liberal against the war, that there was some guy in the Republican Party willing to say it. I appreciate that. I saw it today, he was talking about, I appreciate this, that when he went to Congress, he thought that people living off the state were all going to be welfare moms and stuff, and he found out the much bigger problem, that happens, but the much bigger problem is, this is his words, is the corporate welfare and the kind of welfare rich people are on from the government. So I appreciate that, and I agree he's honest, but sometimes someone's honest, and you know why most people aren't honest? Because everybody's crazy if you know him well enough. Okay? Now, he's a likable guy. I like that he's honest, but let's face it, our standards are pretty low among people. And no, it's not a good idea to start fixing our system by get rid of all public education and medical research, and that's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous and unnecessary. Because Ron Paul thinks we should cut the military down to a reasonable size, a reasonable per capita size. That's a radical idea. And if we did that, we'd have plenty of money for the scientific research, for the education, for tax cuts, for. Right? Some people doubt that that's wise, because the world has some geopolitical reality. And this is the other thing I want to say about Ron Paul followers is everybody, let me tell you, you neophytes just into getting into politics in the Ron Paul era. Okay? Everybody wants to be at the end of history when it's all solved. But you need to look at where you really are in history. Okay? You think you face some geopolitical facts with some conspiracy theories? You know, shit all. Read the history that is all confirmed. There's plenty of plans and nefariousness right there. Conspiracies since discovered, conspiracies done in the open. Irony. Just decompose that, figure out what I'm talking about. In the open the whole time. It's like, boom. In your face ones that were propagandized. There's a wealth of examples for you to study, to learn true geopolitical reality, and figure out where the hell you are. You are 12 years into a century following the bloodiest, most disgusting, most unnecessary, most brutal, most cruel. I mean, there's been a lot of cruel war, and we just had arguably the worst. At least it's up there. A candidate. We, Mr. and Mrs. Modern USA and Europe, modern world, high tech, we're in the future. Just had. We're obviously in the middle of something, not the end. We're not wrapping something up like, remember way back then, yeah, we should get, sort out a few things. We're in the middle of this shit. We are trying to make it not happen another century, as far as I'm concerned. But that's the other thing. Stop pining about the good old days. There was no good old days. If you can even imagine a good day in the future, in the past, at all, if you can imagine that, my God, project it into the future, because it's never happened in the past, I'm telling you. Right? Stop panicking. Things have always sucked. Okay? Start planning. Some dude comes in and says, hey, he's not the be-all, be-all, he's not Jesus. No, let's not get rid of the Department of Transportation. Let's build more transportation. Let's build cleaner technology. Well, you must be drinking fluoride. Fucking grow up, you fucking... and here's the other thing. I'm insulting, I'm sorry, except for, consider this. I don't even talk to the totally lost causes. I appreciate the Ron Paulers and that they're motivated. They want to get involved. They've been turned on to something. So grow up, okay? Find your second, band that you ever loved once you started learning to check out popular music. Become more eclectic about your political understanding and tastes, possibilities. Ron Paul didn't spend 5,000 years in Congress by being this character he plays. Right? Skeptical people that know that everybody's out to fool you. Yeah, you've been the biggest con job of all. You're in the Republican fucking Party. Yeah. All you guys is like, oh, and the world is blah, 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 and what are we going to do? We're going to follow a guy that's in the Republican Party. Yeah, thanks. Good idea. Very clever.